What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth. This is the Joyful Sojourn, and in today's video, we're taking a look at my mini horizontal planner from Laurel Denise, which I am using for wellness. And when I say wellness, I'm referring to anything that nourishes my mind, my body, and my spirit. I've been checking in every week, and this week's video is going to be a little bit different because I did pre-decorate, but I filmed it. So we're going to be kind of in live real time. I'll share my last week, and then it's going to switch over to a planning video type style with voiceover where I'm explaining what I am doing, how I decorated, etc. So let's get started with the first part, which is how I did last week in my journey towards wholeness. We're going to open this guy up and have a conversation, okay? Let me start by saying I was, very sick Wednesday night through Thursday, and I still am feeling a little of it now. And so basically from Wednesday on, my whole rhythm got kind of shuffled. But I want to share more about my kind of mental place because I think that's actually more important at this point. So let's start with how do I start? Let me start by saying last week was the first week. I'm so proud of myself. If you guys remember, last week I said I had two goals, really. I wanted to make sure that I was taking my metformin every day, and I wanted to make sure that I hit 40,000 steps for the week. My goal every day is at least 5,000, and I want my weekly to be 40,000. And that kind of naturally is going to push me to an average, I think it was like, 5,800 steps a day or something like that. And I figure there's going to be some give and take. Some days are going to be less, some days are going to be more. While I was sick in the middle of the week, and it was bad, and I think it was because I had not been taking my metformin regularly. I have PCOS, and so I take the metformin for insulin resistance. I am not diabetic or pre-diabetic. I take it for the PCOS. I have been really inconsistent with taking it. And if you know, the side effects are terrible, especially when you are out of the rhythm of taking it regularly. Usually, like as your body kind of adapts to it, it's really bad, like major gut issues. Well, I had a major reaction Wednesday night into Thursday, and it just knocked me off my feet all of Thursday. I was up the entire night on Wednesday into Thursday. It was really bad, but I think it was because I, for the whole week, took my metformin twice a day at the dose that has been prescribed. And it was a not fun week, okay, with gut issues. It was not fun, but I took the metformin, and to this day, as of the time that I'm filming this, which is after the week, I continue to take it on time, 2 times a day, just as I am supposed to. So victory number 1 is I did take my metformin as I said that I would every day. And I'm so proud of myself. And I'm hoping that as my body gets used to it again, the symptoms and the side effects will go away. In the meantime, Josh bought me a whole ton of Imodium AD. Let's keep moving. The other goal was my 40,000 steps. And I'm so proud of myself, you guys. I feel like I've kind of turned a leaf mentally with the step count situation. I did meet my 40,000 for the week goal with 40,622 steps. And that is after having a day where I was completely basically in bed all day Thursday. And here's what's going on, guys. I'm kind of excited about this. Something about last week, I mentioned this, having a conversation in last week's video with Josh, that I need to like move forward. I'm doing a great job just logging everything and seeing it for the accountability, but I want to move it to the next level where I'm actually seeing results on the scale. Now, as I said at the beginning of this video, wholeness and nourishing my mind, body, and spirit is not all about my weight and my body. I said mind, body, and spirit. But I do really need to be healthier. And so that is a big part of this journey for me, losing weight specifically. So that conversation with Josh last week really has sustained itself through that whole week. And I realized, like, in previous weeks, I wouldn't, at the end of the day, I'd be at like 4,000 steps and I'll go, ooh, like I didn't get to 5,000 today. Bummer. But I'm going to write it down. Like, it's okay if I didn't get to, I know my goal is 5,000, but I got to 4,000 and it is what it is. That is no longer okay with me. And it reminded me of Elizabeth 10 years ago maybe 12 years ago when she had a Fitbit and she was doing this Fitbit challenge with all her friends all the time, where we would have like daily walking goals and I'd want to beat other people. And so, before bed, I would be pacing around my bed trying to get more steps and beat the other people. And I was thinking just the whole week, like, Elizabeth, there's no reason why you can't get to 5,000 steps, except for that sick day. That was for real. You should be getting to 5,000 pretty easy. And on those days or in those moments where it's like the evening and you're like, oh, I didn't get to 5,000 today. False. The day's not over. So 10 years ago, Elizabeth has been showing up and just picture me like pacing around the bed or like asking Josh, do you need anything, babe? Like, I'll go get it. Like, taking whatever opportunities I can to get more steps so that at the end of the day, I hit my step count. And I did it. And I did the same thing with my weekly goal of the 40,000. I was like, oh, I don't think I'm going to make it with this being in bed all day Thursday. And I was like, no, I said 40,000. So let's get to 40,000. And I'm brushing my teeth. I'm pacing. You can't see my arms. I'm like pacing while brushing my teeth. Anything I could do to meet my step goals. And I think, so let me color this in. The point being, I did it. And I did it because I took what was originally just mindfulness over the last 6 weeks and said, no, like, this is an actual goal and I'm going to hold myself accountable to it. And if you've got a little steam left in you and you're at 4,200, 800 steps to go, Elizabeth, you can do it. And so I did it. And that is what this last week has looked like. I hope you guys could hear the excitement in my voice because I do feel like, again, I was sick in the middle of the week and it was absolutely awful. But I feel like mentally I did jump over a hurdle last week and am in this place now where, like, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And obviously I'm still going to be someone that extends grace to myself. That's incredibly important. But look at that. We're gonna upward trajectory. I'm always going to extend myself grace and I'm not going to beat myself up if I have a bad day. Okay. Or if for some reason, like, I just can't do it. But I am trying harder to look. I mean, if we go back to the beginning, 4287, I could have gotten to 5,000 if I actually like looked at the end of the day and was like, oh, I'm so close. 3,900. If I'm at 4,000, around 4,000 or more, I should be able to get there. So Sunday, hit my 5,000. Monday, I went to the gym, elliptical and walk, over 7,000. Over 7,000 Tuesday, I went to the gym, over 5,000 Wednesday, and then my sick day. It was just bad, and that is legit. So 2,200 steps that day. Then I was like, gotta rally, went to the gym, 73:17. And then here you can see any day you see me just over 5,000 is probably me walking around the bed or running downstairs multiple times to get things one at a time to get to my step count. That was Saturday with 5,099 steps. So my goals this week with the step count on point, really proud of myself, and really have a new excitement to just get to 5,000 every day by any means possible, even if that means walking in place in my house. So I walk to the mailbox, for example. We don't have a mailbox outside our house. It's a neighborhood mailbox at the end of the street. I walked there. Little things like that to get to 5,000. I can do that. As far as food goes, very difficult logging it, but basically the latter half of the week, I was pretty much only eating oatmeal because my stomach was so uncomfortable. I went to the gym 3 days. Impressive considering how I felt. I had crazy sciatic nerve pain. I wrote that down on Saturday, and that's probably why I barely made it to 5,000, but I did. And I did log. I'm going to have this monthly be where I log my gym, but also kind of important things that happen like my period and pain. So I'm going to start putting kind of wellness or like physical health tracking here too. So here I put bad sick overnight, sick in bed the next day, and then my sciatic nerve pain here on Saturday. So that is kind of how we are doing for this past week. Logging food's been really tricky. I can definitely see at this point, I don't like eating meals. Last week, I talked about how I'm like a bites person. Like I like small bites of stuff. It's hard for me to eat like a full serving of one thing. I'm like a tapas person. That has made it really hard with food because I don't want to sit down and have a meal. And I have a 2-year-old at this, well, almost 2-year-old. And I want to be eating at the table with her when she's eating and for us to have family time at dinner, like eating together as a family. It's really hard. Like I'll eat when I'm hungry. And that means like I'm not having dinner at all because maybe I, had a bowl of oatmeal at 3:00 in the afternoon and that ends up kind of being my dinner. So I've got to kind of think about how to schedule out my food more. But I will say, probably the sickness is part of it. The metformin is part of it. This kind of eating when I'm hungry has maybe been beneficial as well because I lost almost 4 pounds this week. And I think some of it, again, sickness and the metformin. But my erratic eating has not been a negative thing, like a negative count against my weight loss. I saw big strides this week. So to be determined if that was the circumstances of last week. Definitely am really proud of myself mentally and the place that I've finally landed on with my step counts. Just so much, I guess, complacency, like, oh, it's the 5,000 steps, but if I don't, it's okay. Well, that can be a bit of a crutch, and I need a little bit more push. And so I'm in that moment, and I hope it lasts for a long time, where I'm like, no, 5,000. So that's, man, I feel like I'm all over the place, but that's where we're at. It was a sick week. I felt terrible, but I went to the gym 3 times, like I said I would. I met my 40,000 steps for the week, 5,000 or more with the exception of my 6th day, and I took all my metformin as I was supposed to. So all in all, even though I felt terrible last week, I met my goals, and I'm really proud of myself. So now we are going to transition over to setting up the next week. So let's get into it. Are y'all ready for some new in my planner? Not like new in general, but just new in this planner. I decided to break out some new materials for this week. And the first one is this kit from Planner Kate. I'm not a big kits person because it takes so much for me of the creativity out of decorative planning, but I got this on sale. It's from Planner Kate. It's sized for the hobo weeks, but because it's smaller, it does fit really well in this mini planner, and I'm using those boxes for my illustrations for the weather this week. After some serious searching, I found my fitness stamps, you guys. These are from The Ton, Ton, and they have pretty much every header you would need for health and wellness. So I'm using them this week for my step count tracker. And I was really tempted to stamp this for every week, but we're going to go slow, color coordinate and stuff. This was 057. This came in a pack of 16 from Jet Pens. I don't like that the lids don't stay on, but I digress. And then I'm looking for some other possible stamps I can use. So I grabbed the 011 and I use the menu stamp because that's my food section. I was looking for a food stamp, but there wasn't one. So menu's good enough. And I just like how this adds some color to the planner without adding much bulk or thickness due to stickers. Here I'm adding my Metformin reminder stickers and my book reading stickers. These are from Proud Sticker Design. And by the way, she did come out with the habit tracker stickers for that right column. And I ordered them. I also ordered my mini icons, the crosses for my spiritual disciplines. And yeah, I'm really excited to get those. But wanted to show you that if you punch these sheets twice, they will fit perfectly in a twin loop. And so I punched all of the ones that I'm using in my wellness planner, and that way I can put them on the actual coil if I don't want to put them in the pocket at the front. You can do it either way, but wanted to point this out in case you are coming from the disc bound system. You can use your disc bound punch twice, and that will fit inside your spiral. All right, guys, I think that is it. I'm just playing around with different places to put these guys. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Come hang out with me over on Instagram. My handle is The Joyful Sojourn. Until next time, friend, God bless you. God bless you and keep you. Do something creative today. Do something that nourishes your mind, your body, and your spirit. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.